Now a good click ago, a while back, a fortnight ago, I guess you can't say fortnight anymore on the internet, I reviewed the Serge slip joint and I liked it a whole lot. And I believe over the course of that video I had mentioned out loud that, I'd like to have a bean one day. And Serge, because he's a good human being, sent me one without any expectation for a review. Now the bean is just one of the coolest knife designs ever. I think it's pretty notable because of its extremely individualistic design. And before this version, which is the production, the bean had only been available as a custom or a mid-tech up until this point, and it was kind of hard to get. But let's say Serge got tired of the whining and crying and decided to get a production line made for his mental health. Whining and crying, though, on high emotions and knife-splaining, stabbing people in the back, stealing other people's designs, are all important components of the knife hobby and the knife community, though. So we don't want to miss out on those things. And let's not leave out YouTubers here. Hey boys, look, we got ourselves a YouTuber.
Well, I couldn't buy a knife if I didn't see a review on it.
Oh boys, he thinks he's pretty, let's get him. Yeah, don't trust us, we're the worst. But as far as Serge goes, I figured maybe he thought about having one less stress, he'd move on to other things, and the whining would subside and he'd want to punch knife guy faces less. Because I've seen my face and I get it. But at this point, I'm just making up my own fan fiction, and before I start letting it go on long enough to become knife guy erotic fan fiction, let's look at the dimensions. Basically said though, the bean is a tiny little non-locker that's fidgetable and uses a ball detent system. In our knife guy group chats, we often have posited, is the bean the only good ball detent non-locker? The answer is probably yes. Now the Serge aesthetic is like the Fallout series of knives. All the surfaces in the game have that worn look, and he brings that feel to an everyday carry. He was kind of the pioneer of that look. And I mean, honestly, what knife guy doesn't have a post-apocalyptic fantasy? Walking around with your combat shotgun, a drum mag, killing some super mutants, got your trench coat on, wearing your mask.
You said I was wearing what?
I said you look cool, man.
You said I was wearing a mask, boy. You want your ass whooped?
No, I meant like a gas mask. It's one of the character, it's one of the things you can equip. The Fallout series, there's billions of dead corpse, the ashes of them floating in the air, so it filters out the fine particulates.
Oh yeah, man, the bodies of my foes.
And the Fallout nuclear core apparel aside, Serge has one of the strongest design aesthetics of all the makers. And lately he's been plunking away in his shop working on new everyday carry designs. I love the new tokens he's making. I'm gonna buy one too, as soon as I have some spare cash, my man. Anyway, the bean here is a cleaver style blade made from M390. And I'm going to be clear about cleaver blades. I pretty much hate all of them except Serge's. I don't know why Serge's work for me. I get a little sick to my stomach every time I see a picture of a Gerber flat iron or that new Kershaw launch. And when I see people speak positively about how cool they are. Now the bean is a fun and fidgetable as a non-locker using a detent system. I think Serge also kind of pioneered that too. So it's technically not a slip joint. A detent is a little knob or a ball that falls into a hole. It gets to where it's going. And then click, it clicks into place. There's a detent pop when it's opened, click, and when it's closed, click, and then there's a little tension bar, and the detent ball is in that little hole on the other side. It works very well for what amounts to a knife, mainly used to open packages and cut your food at your desk. It's not a thin slicer, it's a utility blade. Got a little bit of a thick spine there, but you keep it sharp. You can open your boxes or butter your bread, which is what I've been doing at my desk. Handle here is titanium with a tumbled and anodized finish. I think these run about $120, $150. Steel and the tumbled titanium aren't cheap. Now the pocket clip isn't deep carry. I just often throw the bean in the pocket. It's good though. It's like has a decent amount of tension. It's just for the size of the knife. A good amount of that knife is sticking out because it's just so small. Sometimes I just throw it in the pocket. About the size of a key, but a little, but it's thicker. How about comparisons? Great Eastern Cutlery. Little rattler from Great Eastern Cutlery here. It's about the only other knife I own of this size. Don't carry this one much though. The Serge is fun to fidget with, and this one's kind of only nice to look at. How about another Serge non-locker? The slip joint. That's a good one. Serge's production knives are very well made. I think there's a factory in China somewhere. Not disclosed by him, but he's like, hey, he wants it to be his thing. But they make a good knife. So how about a pair of 3 to show a little scale here? Yeah, that was a good one. It's fun and fidgetable. It's probably a little more the size I like to carry, even a little small, but you know how it is. Anyway, this has been a quick look. Now, I love the bean. It's one of my favorite designs ever. They just look cool. And, you know, maybe if I say it's one of my favorite designs ever, which it is, Serge can do another run of the Orbit, or convince the Hawks to, or convince somebody to make them. I don't even care where they're made, you know? I don't care who makes it. I just want the knife. So Serge said he watches the channel and is a fan. Now, I don't know why, because these videos suck. But if he's watching, hi, what's up? And make sure you as a viewer say hi to the patrons. They support the channel over on Patreon and are helping me pay off my computer and my editing gear. So like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram, and buy t-shirts or stickers through the link below the video. There's a little link, Teespring. That's how you'd like to support. So thanks for watching.